I did not know that.
Welcome to another episode of I Did Not Know That. Thanks for stopping by. Ever wonder about something? Maybe you'll find it here. Check out all the other videos on this channel and remember to like and subscribe. The legendary Don Knotts became famous for his role as the bumbling but lovable deputy Barney Fife on The Andy Griffith Show. But he was no overnight success. He spent years unsuccessfully trying to get a break before his career exploded playing Andy Taylor's inept deputy. In fact, believe it or not, his very first role on TV was a dramatic one. I thought it would be fun to look at some clips from 4 TV programs he did before he hit it big as Barney Fife. If you're not familiar with his work before Andy Griffith, I think you're going to find it very interesting watching him on other shows from the 1950s. The very first time America got a glimpse of Don Knotts was in the soap opera called Search for Tomorrow in 1953. He played Wilbur Peterson, a shy, neurotic janitor who only would speak to his sister. Poor Wilbur ended up in a coma, and his sister and doctor tried to bring him out of it.
Yes, Wilbur spoke. He spoke clearly for the first time.
Wilbur.
You have to remember, they shot these soap operas live. And for 1953, I thought both Knotts and the soap opera did a good job of portraying a disturbing feeling of what it might be like in a coma. The Steve Allen Show ran from 1956 to 1960. It was a forerunner of all the late-night talk shows on today. The program did a lot of skits, and Knotts would portray different people. For example, a fake game show called To Tell a Lie was a spoof of a show called To Tell the Truth.
My name is Errol Flynn. My name is Errol Flynn. Please.
My name is Errol Flynn.
I am best known as a swashbuckling lover and am famous throughout the whole world as a ladies' man. Signed, Errol Flynn.
The real Errol Flynn was a good light heavyweight boxer, is that right?
Yes.
Could you take a punch on the chin?
Yes, I was very rugged.
Could you take it in the stomach?
Oh, yes, I liked it all over.
Will the real Errol Flynn please stand up? All right, fine. Now, number one. Now, let's see here. Here's our next man in the street. What is your name, sir?
My name is Robert Petroli. I'm from Chicago, and I'm a brain surgeon. I also lecture around the country on the art of precision surgery.
Allen also did something called Man on the Street interviews, and Knotts usually played an extremely nervous man.
Here's our next man in the street. Your name, sir?
My name is L.L. Morrison, and I'm a television director.
Which, of course, became one of his trademarks as Barney Fife. Knotts would play characters like a bomb maker, brain surgeon, or jobs that required steady nerves.
Tell me, what does the LL stand for?
Lots of luck.
Are you nervous, sir?
Very.
Hold it. I think you're going to like this picture.
In 1958, Knotts appeared in Love That Bob Show, starring Bob Cummings. Here, Knotts is playing a man named Flash Gruskin, who's looking for a woman on a love cruise, but not having too much luck.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I couldn't help but notice how popular you are with the girls. If you could, just help me.
Well, I said I'd help you all I can.
I mean to pull the chair up.
Bob Cummings decides he's going to
Nice
set
of you
up
to give
Flash
me the
with a
benefit of your
secretary named
experience.
Schultze.
I don't know the first thing about getting a girl.
I tell you, the first thing is to put your robe back on. Yes.
You know his secretary better as Alice on the Brady Bunch. Schultze hasn't seen Flash, and she decides she'll get his attention by pretending to drown in the pool.
Why should I wear this?
Well, you see, you never know when you may want to dive into the water.
I guess you're right. Those waves do look awfully big. They could toss me around like a toothpick.
No. I didn't mean the ocean. I meant the pool.
Oh, well, so did I.
It did not work out very well.
Schultze, what are you doing?
He's under the limit. I'm going to throw him back in.
I want to thank you again for saving me.
Oh, that's okay, Flash.
I see the latest shipboard romance is really blossoming, huh?
Where?
Right here. Flash, shuffleboard. Nope. Deck tennis? Nope. Ping pong? Nope. Surely there must be some sport that you enjoy competing in.
Midget racing.
Midget racing?
Flash, this gives me a whole new slant on
Well,
you.
golly, yes. Say, it takes a lot of nerve racing those midgets. Aren't you ever afraid?
I know I can beat them. They have very short legs.
See you around.
Schultze! Flash! It's Flash! Call me tomorrow, will you?
But I had a terrible time finding you. You left me waiting on the beach at Waikiki.
Are you Flash Gruskin?
Yep.
Well, you two ought to be ashamed of yourselves.
Now, Gertrude.
Well, you just look what unrequited love has done to what was once a beautiful hunk of man.
This last clip is from an episode of the Dobie Gillis show called Rockabye Dobie, and it aired in July of 1960, only 3 months before the first episode of The Andy Griffith Show. Don played one of the parents to Dobie's girlfriend. Through a misunderstanding, Dobie's parents think Dobie and his girlfriend not only secretly wed, but have a child together.
How about this stupid marriage, huh?
Well, I don't know. I was young, and it was springtime, and the lilacs were in bloom, and her family had a little money.
What about this ridiculous marriage?
Well, I don't know. It was springtime, and I was young, and the lilacs were in bloom, and her family had a little money.
Your Ginny and our Dobie are married. Esmond, none of your dramatics. I know it's hard to believe.
Not only are Ginny and Dobie married, they have a baby.
Ridiculous.
Impossible.
Impossible.
Ridiculous.
You two must be out of your mind.
Well, just about.
Winter.
Aha!
And she stayed with my sister Clara the entire winter.
Oh-ho!
I will take care of the oh-ho later. I will deal with the aha right now. Ginny never leaves the house without giving me the phone number and the address where she is. And now, Esmond, we will say goodnight.
Oh, can't we please stay and have some of this nice cake?
Say goodnight, Esmond.
Good night. Thank you for a very lovely evening.
As I said earlier, just a few months after this episode aired, Knotts was introduced as the character of Barney Fife on The Andy Griffith Show, and within 5 years, he was starring in major motion pictures. Hey, thanks again for stopping by and visiting my channel.